I'm 74 years old. I've carried the jungle in my lungs and a dead man's name in my pocket for 52 years. People thank me for my service. They don't know what they're thanking me for. Before I run out of road, there are 5 things every veteran and every civilian needs to understand. I'm at the VA hospital last month, waiting on blood work. And this young kid, maybe 25, sits down next to me. He's got the look. I know it before he says a word. He asks me, real quiet, "Does it ever get easier?" I think what he's really asking is, will I ever feel normal again? Every morning, same routine. I sit in this chair, same window, same cup of black coffee I've been drinking for 50 years. My hands shake now. Not a lot, but enough. Knees ache when it rains. I'm 74. My body's got more metal in it than my truck. But that's not what wears you down. I go to the grocery store, the post office, church sometimes. And people, strangers usually, they see the hat, the one that says Vietnam veteran, and they walk up, shake my hand, say, "Thank you for your service." I nod, say, "Appreciate it." But I never know what to say back, because they don't know what they're thanking me for, and I hope they never do. That probably sounds ungrateful. It's not. Let me explain. I don't talk about this stuff. Never have. But I'm 74 now, running out of road. So I thought I'd say what I've learned. 5 harsh realities nobody tells you about being an old veteran. The 5th one almost cost me everything in 1971. Maybe this helps somebody. Maybe it just helps me to finally say it out loud. Reality number 1. The war doesn't end. You just become a ghost. First thing nobody prepares you for. I came home in 1970, flew into San Francisco. I remember walking through that airport like it was yesterday. The smell, air conditioning, and floor wax. I hadn't smelled anything that clean in 13 months. I got on a bus, sat in the back, and people just didn't look at me. Not angry, not spitting, nothing like that. Just nothing. Like I wasn't there. Like I was already a ghost. I thought that was the finish line. It wasn't. Coming home wasn't the end. It was the starting line of something else. You spend a year fighting alongside men who die for you. Men who knew your name, your fears, your mother's birthday. Then you come home and nobody knows you. Nobody asks. You're just back. The war had a mission. Back here, I didn't know what I was supposed to be anymore. Some part of me has felt invisible ever since. You learn to live with it, but you never stop noticing. But here's the part that took me longer to understand. Reality number 2. Nobody wants to hear the real story. Second thing, Thanksgiving, 1972. I've been back 2 years. Whole family around the table. My uncle, good man, meant well. He looks at me and says, "So, Frank, what was it really like over there?" And I started to tell him. Actually tell him the table went quiet. Forks stopped moving. My mother asked if anyone wanted more pie. I learned something that night. People don't actually want to know. They want the movie version. I had a friend over there, Danny Reyes, from Corpus Christi. Funniest guy I ever knew. Could make you laugh when you had no business laughing. Dead at 20. People want heroes, clean stories, the version where it all meant something. I'm not saying it didn't mean something. I'm saying the meaning isn't what they think. I stopped talking about Danny in 1975. Haven't said his name out loud in years, until now. Your mind learns to stop talking about it, but your body, That's a different story. Reality number 3. Your body remembers what your mind tries to forget. Third thing, and this one still catches me off guard. Last summer, I'm in my driveway, checking the mail. Car backfires down the street. I hit the ground before I knew what I was doing. Face in the grass, heart slamming, hands over my head like I'm back in a foxhole. My neighbor saw the whole thing. She's 80 years old. She didn't say anything, just stood on her porch, waited for me to get up. I think she understood. 52 years, and my body still thinks I'm in the jungle. Agent Orange did something to my hands. That's why they shake. The dreams? I won't get into the dreams. You can talk yourself out of thinking about it. You can't talk your body out of remembering. I still can't stand the smell of rain on hot asphalt. Smells like the Mekong Delta. Takes me right back. They call it PTSD now. Back then, they called it getting over it. Turns out, you don't get over it. You just learn to live beside it. But the hardest thing to live with isn't what happened to you. It's what happened to the people who didn't make it back. Reality number 4. The men who didn't come back age in your memory. Fourth thing. This one's hard to say. I went to the wall a few years back. Washington, D.C. Took me 40 years to get there. I don't know why I waited so long. Maybe I do. I found Danny's name. Panel 12W, line 89. I touched the letters with my finger, and I just stood there. I'm 74 years old. Danny's still 20 in my head. He never got older. I did. That does something to you that I can't quite explain. March 14th, 1970. Hill 875. I remember that date better than my wedding anniversary. Marion understood. She never asked me to forget. She just made room for it. Sometimes I feel guilty for getting old. Birthdays Danny never got. Grandchildren he never met. Like I took years that should have been his. But here's what I've come to believe. You carry them with you, not as ghosts, as witnesses. They're watching to see what you do with the life they didn't get. And that brings me to the hardest one. The one that took me 30 years to understand. Reality number 5. You spend your whole life learning to live with yourself. Fifth thing, the hardest one. I told you the fifth reality almost cost me everything. This is what I meant. There was a night in 1971. I'd been back about a year. I was alone in my apartment, and I got to a place, a dark place. I don't need to say more than that. If you know, you know. But I'm still here, and that wasn't guaranteed. The hardest thing isn't what happened over there. The hardest thing is making peace with who you were, who you had to be, the things you saw, the things you did, the things you couldn't stop. People think veterans are either proud or broken, heroes or victims. It's not that simple. Most of us are just trying to figure out how to be a person again. It took me 30 years to look in the mirror and not flinch. 30 years. That's the real war. The one inside. And nobody gives you a medal for winning that one. So what do I tell that kid at the VA? What do I tell any of you? My life now is quiet. I live alone. Marion passed 3 years ago. Her chair's still in the living room, right by the window where she liked to read. I don't move it. I'm not ready. Maybe I never will be. But missing someone isn't the same as being alone. I carry her with me, same as I carry Danny, same as I carry all of it. But I want to be clear about something. I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking for thanks. I just want someone to understand that it doesn't end, and that's okay. You can carry something heavy and still have a good life. Those aren't opposites. If you're young and you're wondering if it gets easier, no, not really. But you get stronger. You learn how to walk with it. You're not broken. You're just carrying something most people never have to carry. That's not weakness, that's weight. My coffee's cold. My neighbor's dog is barking, which means she's about to come check on me. She does that. I pretend I don't need it, but I do. Take care of yourselves. And if you're a veteran or the son or daughter of one, leave a comment with just a name, the name of someone you carry. Let's make sure they're not forgotten today.